Earlier today, a federal district judge here in Manhattan ordered the SEC and Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, to confer over the next 2 weeks to try to settle the matter. This doesn't rule on the SEC's contempt motion. For more on this, let's go to Yahoo Finance's Alexis Keenan, who was at the courthouse. Alexis, can you tell us exactly what happens now and what the reaction was down there at court?
Well, immediately after we stepped out of the courtroom, Jen, Elon Musk said, quote, that he is very happy with the results and very impressed with Judge Nathan's analysis. Now, most of that analysis centered around some language that's contained in the consent order that the judge entered the last time around that Musk and the SEC were in conflict. That language was about whether or not Musk's communications, i.e. here his tweets, actually have language that are material to Tesla and Tesla investors. So most of the arguments back and forth between the SEC and Musk's attorneys were really centered on that. But in the end, they ended up saying, look, this was the defense attorney said, Elon Musk's attorney said, well, you know, the SEC should have knocked on our door and they should have tried to work this out before we all ended up here in court, in this district court in Manhattan. And so the judge seemed to take a nod and say, yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. The judge ordered, as you said, the parties to meet for at least 1 hour over the next couple weeks to try to work this out. If they don't, she said she has no problem. She intends to enforce her orders, but it was not lost on her how serious of a remedy or how serious of an action that or actually ordering a consent or a contempt order would be. That's kind of an extraordinary measure here. And she said that, you know, to go that far at this juncture is not going to happen right now. Jen?
Alexis, yeah, is it true that the judge said something about putting on your reasonableness pants and getting out there? Like, what, the tone kind of seems strange to me in a way.
She did. She said this kind of screams of an opportunity to actually put on your reasonableness pants. So she really wants to see the parties work something out here for sure.
Yeah, on that point, Alexis, I think a lot of us following this just wish the judge would do something definitive and solve this and end it. But that's not what happened, right? So are we now going to get Elon Musk and the SEC continuing to snipe at each other?
I don't know. He might decide to keep quiet for right now. But really, the judge was concerned that if she did enter an order and make a decision here, that we're just going to end up in the same place again because the language that is contained that, you know, and the SEC and Musk's attorneys, they negotiated this language that Musk is supposed to be abiding by. And the defense's argument is that it's Musk's determination of whether or not what he's going to say, what he tweets out is material. And the SEC, of course, doesn't agree with that. But the judge says, look, I don't want to end up back in this same place. So I think we might need to work this out in negotiations again. Or she said that, you know, the order could be vacated or amended, the last order that was entered.
All right, Alexis Keenan, the ever-changing and, I don't know, the world of Tesla spins round and round. Alexis Keenan, thank you so much for racing back from downtown Manhattan with the news there.